Did you know that loneliness is a global epidemic, affecting millions of people worldwide? It's a surprising fact, isn't it? We often imagine loneliness as a personal, private ordeal, but it stretches much further than that. It's a silent epidemic, casting a shadow over vast populations, and it's time we shine a light on it. According to the World Health Organization, loneliness is a major health concern, comparable to the risks of smoking and obesity. It's not just about feeling isolated or lacking companionship. Loneliness can lead to serious health problems like depression, anxiety, and even heart disease. It's a complex issue with roots in society, culture, and individual psychology. Now you might wonder, where in the world is this problem most prominent? Well, the answer might surprise you. Some of the loneliest countries aren't where you'd expect. They're not necessarily war-torn or impoverished. They're places with bustling cities, stunning landscapes, and rich histories. But beneath these vibrant exteriors, many of their citizens are grappling with profound feelings of loneliness. In this video, we'll travel around the world, metaphorically of course, to some of the loneliest countries. We'll explore the reasons behind this pervasive loneliness, the societal structures and cultural norms that may contribute to it. We'll look at the unique challenges faced by the people living in these countries and the steps being taken to address this issue. You see, understanding loneliness is not about pointing fingers or casting blame. It's about empathy and awareness. It's about realizing that behind every statistic, there's a human story, a story of someone yearning for connection, for a sense of belonging. So buckle up, dear listeners. We're about to embark on a journey, not just across borders, but into the human heart. We'll uncover the hidden stories of loneliness, the silent cries for connection, and the enduring hope for a more compassionate world. So let's delve into the lives of people in some of the loneliest countries on Earth. Our first stop is Japan, a country known for its technological advancements, yet, ironically, it also ranks high in loneliness. Nestled between the East China Sea and the Pacific, Japan is a marvel of modern technology. Skyscrapers puncture the sky, while bullet trains zoom past, illustrating the country's speed of progress. Yet beneath this high-tech exterior lies a society grappling with loneliness. Let's take a look at the lifestyle. In Japan, long working hours are the norm. Employees often find themselves marooned in their offices, working late into the night. This culture, known as karoshi, or death by overwork, is alarmingly common. It's a stark reminder of the immense pressure that Japanese workers face daily. Then there's the high-stress job environment. Imagine being in a place where the intensity of work is matched only by the expectations placed on you. Every task is crucial, every deadline a ticking time bomb. It's no surprise that this environment can often feel isolating, even in a bustling office. Social pressure, too, plays a significant role in this narrative. In Japan, the collective often outweighs the individual. It's a place where your role in society often defines your worth. This emphasis on conformity can sometimes leave individuals feeling lost in the crowd, disconnected from their true selves. We hear stories of people in Japan, their faces obscured by the twilight as they return home from work. They share tales of their routines, a monotonous cycle of work and sleep, with little time for personal relationships. Yet amidst this, they find small pockets of joy. A warm meal at the end of the day, a favorite television show, a quiet moment in a park. These moments, though fleeting, provide a respite from their solitary lives. Despite its impressive technological advancements and economic prowess, Japan is a nation that still grapples with loneliness. It's a poignant reminder that progress and prosperity do not always equate to happiness and fulfillment. Despite being one of the most advanced nations, Japan still grapples with the issue of loneliness. Next, we travel to the Nordic countries, often touted as the happiest countries, yet they too struggle with loneliness. These northern nations, with their picturesque landscapes and high standard of living, are often seen as utopias. Yet beneath the surface, there's a cultural norm that subtly reinforces a sense of isolation. It's known as the Jante law. This unwritten societal code discourages individuals from standing out or appearing better than others. It's an ethos of equality, but it can also stifle individualism and create a barrier to forming deep, personal connections. Imagine being in a society where you're encouraged to blend in rather than stand out, where the collective is prioritized over the individual. It can be a lonely place for those who yearn for a more personal connection. Let's take a glimpse into the lives of those living under the shadow of Jantelår. Picture a young woman in Denmark, an accomplished violinist who keeps her talent hidden to avoid seeming boastful. Or consider a successful entrepreneur in Sweden, who downplays his achievements for fear of appearing superior. These are not isolated cases. They represent a cultural reality that can inadvertently breed solitude. But how do the inhabitants of these happiest countries cope with this paradoxical loneliness? They find solace in their rich traditions and communal activities. They celebrate their unique festivals with fervor, indulge in their love for nature through outdoor adventures, and find comfort in the simplicity of their daily routines. Like the cozy ritual of fika in Sweden or hygge in Denmark. Amidst the conformity, they carve out their own little niches of happiness. In the end, the Nordic paradox teaches us that even in the happiest countries, loneliness can be a silent companion. It's a complex issue, woven into the fabric of society, shaped by cultural norms and individual experiences. It's not about geographical location or economic status. It's about the human need for connection and the obstacles we encounter in fulfilling that need. It's a paradox, isn't it? The happiest countries also battling loneliness. Finally, we visit the United States, the land of opportunities, but also a place where loneliness is rampant. The lifestyle here is a whirlwind of ambition, with a relentless chase for individual success. This pursuit, while noble, often leads to an unforeseen disconnect. Imagine a city that never sleeps, filled with millions yet, paradoxically, teeming with solitude. Stories abound of people who, despite living among the hustle and bustle, feel isolated. It is the tale of the successful entrepreneur who has everything but companionship. It's the story of the small-town girl, now a city dweller, missing the warmth of her close-knit community. In the face of these challenges, resilience emerges. People find ways to combat loneliness, to connect, to be part of something bigger. Whether it's joining local communities, volunteering, or simply reaching out to a neighbor, they create their own sense of belonging. The American dream, it seems, comes with its own set of challenges. Loneliness, as we've seen, is a universal phenomenon, transcending borders and cultures. From the bustling streets of the land of the rising sun to the tranquil fjords of the Nordic lands, and even amidst the pursuit of the American dream, a similar thread of solitude weaves its way through our shared human experience. This journey has not just been about exploring geographical terrains, but about delving into the heart of human emotions that unite us all. The reasons behind this loneliness vary as widely as the countries themselves. Societal pressures, high stress levels, ever-changing dynamics of relationships, or simply the hustle of modern life. Yet the commonality remains. We all experience loneliness. And in recognizing this, there is a unique form of connection. If you enjoyed this journey around the world and want to explore more such intriguing stories, don't forget to subscribe and like our channel. Together, let's unravel the untold tales of our world.